Hey everybody, clearing. Let's jump into a Divine Masculine check-in today. So on the pre-shuffle, what I'm hearing is, what is it like for the masculines? What are they consciously experiencing, thinking of the journey from their perspective right now? So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What is it we can see for how our dear divine masculines in this collective are experiencing the journey? How are they coming across outwardly to those around them based on how they're consciously seeing things? What are the energetic changes that are happening as a result of the journey related to the masculines? And what do the divine feminines need to know about what we're going to see here? Those did not want to shuffle. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Lady in waiting, I heard. On the edge of our seats. All right, let's get to it. What are the masculines consciously thinking of the connections right now? Ooh, heartache. So there's something going on that the masculines are starting, I heard, thawing their emotions. Maybe even a little bit too much. So any divine masculines out there, don't believe the hype of the pain that you're feeling. There's always a truth that sets you free. It feels here like a little bit like wallowing. So feminines, your masculines might be really feeling powerless right now, remorseful, sheepish, guilty for something they now know wasn't the right choice, is what I'm hearing. Usually these three swords represent differing opinions and being torn between options, between parallel realities, and not knowing how to make everyone happy. 222 I just saw. There's something about the ancestors here and flying the coop and wanting to individuate from norms or from karmic patterns. But right now it's raw in the energy. There's something coming up that the masculines, I heard, writhing with. So they're really struggling to find a solution in some regard at this time. What is the outward? The Hanged One. Well, that makes sense because there is this inability to make some kind of a decision, a heart-based decision. There's a conflict of interest, I just heard. So there's a Hanged One energy. The universe has designed this so that the masculines can come into discernment in order to make decisions on a masterful level. Things will halt and slow down until the aha moments have been reached, where the masculines have the confidence, the empowerment to make decisions, to bring themselves out of these spread too thin or impossible situations. What is the energetic card connected? Andromedan Stargate, invention, innovation, and scientific pursuits. Yeah, so there's something about the ancestors here. Parents, family patterns, familiar patterns, that the masculines want to try and do something a little unconventional. And they are going to do that, it looks like. Scientific pursuits. They're going to try something in real time, in the physical. They're going to make a decision that isn't necessarily the expected route. Once they come to these aha moments, they're going to apply themselves in a direction that is uncharted. What do the feminines need to know about this? I heard that your connection is vital to the masculines stepping into this truth for themselves, standing up tall as leaders in their family lines. Yeah, King of Swords. We saw the Queen of Swords for the feminines yesterday, and I said it's not the feminines in their masculine, it's the queen. And here is that counterpart. Keen intellect, brilliant decision making, empowered knowing. This is ultimate truth, leadership, clarity of mind. And so yes, even in light of whether family members approve or not, ancestors, whether that deviates from the norm or not, these masculines are superseding generational things. So know this, trust this, feminines, look for it. Don't make it resonate if it's not what's happening in your scenario. But if it is, let this be a confirmation. Let this tip you off to watch for your masculine doing this, stepping into leadership. What can we see for how the masculines are consciously thinking of their counterpart? Ace of Swords in the inverse. I'm hearing there's a great deal of trust. They don't need to know. Sometimes on this journey, each counterpart is hypervigilant to keep tabs, to wonder what the other is up to. I'm hearing this is ultimate trust. Your masculine feels like they don't have to worry about your connection, about you as a person. They feel you have their back. And so they don't have to concern themselves with your pressure. This Three of Swords isn't about you directly. There's no competition for your love. This is decision making on your masculine side that affects your connection in a way that it's not able to move forward just yet because of these extenuating circumstances that are helping your counterpart learn to be an impeccable decision maker. And so this is just a confirmation. It's not about you right now, feminines. Your masculine is going through their proving ground with their ability to make decisions, which will qualify them for making the ultimate decisions in your connection. They're coming out of codependency. And so right now, they trust you so much that they feel free to focus on the decisions that they have in front of them. What is the outward show of this? Oh, the King of Swords, yeah, in the inverse, like the Ace of Swords, because the King holds the Ace. So you needed to know that this is your masculine learning how to be an impeccable decision maker based on what their heart is telling them. I'm hearing it's not the lesser of two evils. It's the truth that sets you free. So your masculine is not making decisions into your connection towards you, consciously talking to you about these things because they know you're on the same page. They know you resonate. They know you are aligned. But they need to do certain things for themselves regarding the decisions they are facing on their side of the energy right now. No news is good news. I just heard, what is the energetic card? Peace, healing, gentleness, non-judgment. Yeah, so this is the trustworthy energy. There's no judgment. There's no fear between the two in this energy. Your masculine doesn't have to report to you, doesn't have to worry if you're going to be one of those naysayers or one of those who won't understand them or see them for who they are. They trust that you see to the heart of them. I'm getting with this sword that it's to the heart, it's internal. And so they know that the two of you have come through so many experiences to know each other's character and essence. They don't have to worry about that with you. Safe space, happy place, solace, I heard. What do the feminines need to know? Nine of Cups. This is the wish granted card. So you've been wishing for this. You've been wishing for your masculine to understand the love you have for them. And this is sort of like you've arrived at that day, feminines. Your masculine gets it. They know that you love them. It has taken this much time for it to be revealed to them through life's circumstances and the events that have, I heard, plagued your connection. They have had to see you through thick and thin, good times and bad, sickness and in health, in order to know. And so, yes, you are being seen as their match, feminines. Your wish is being granted here. You have so many options, feminines, and you have stuck this out for a reason. And it is because this person is illuminated to you as the best one for you. And they are seeing that vice versa in kind. What can we see for how the masculines are consciously feeling on the heart space about the connection at this time? Wheel of Fortune. I just heard they have fully surrendered to the divine dance in these connections, where the ebb and flow, the coming and going, the flow and the obstacles, they've surrendered to it. They now know there's something way bigger than just the two, and they're starting to realize in real time, 11:11, that when things flow, it's good indeed. When it's not, it's time to focus elsewhere and take care of business. There's so much flow with the two here, with this level of trust. Miracles are endless, I just heard. It's time to really see what the divine has in store. So this is divine intervention and fortune, fame, I heard. This is abundance coming in, blessing coming in. The qualifying matches have been waged, won. This is divine inheritance coming in, I just heard. So these masculines know that on the heart space, something is unlocking with the two, because there's so much trust and synergy. The masculines are starting to see the next level of prophecy come in, I just heard. So the ideas they're getting, the conscious daydreams, night dreams, interpretations of what's going on the heart space, they're surrendering it to the divine, and it's good indeed, I just heard. What is the outward show of this? The Chariot. So this is travel, this is moving forward in certain ways. Some could be getting a car, I just heard. There's something about forward movement. The Emperor drives the Chariot. So a trip might be planned, planning for a trip, traveling for work, I just heard. There's abundance coming in. So there's a window of opportunity where there's going to be forward movement, accelerated, calculated forward movement, precise movement based on these decisions. So there is going to be something possibly not directed to these connections, but something that you're going to become aware of, where turns on a dime, 180, out of nowhere, the masculines have some sort of movement that's revealed. That's going to be different for everybody's situation, but I'm getting that you will hear about it, feminines. You will know about it, or you do already know about something coming up. What can we see for the energetic cards? Star Body Matrix, multidimensional consciousness, holographic information. So Jedi level navigation, when these masculines are as they're surrendering to knowing this is divinely orchestrated and having that faith and trust, it's showing them broader patterns, society, those family dynamics with the ancestry. It's showing them an overview, a bigger picture. The big picture keeps getting bigger, and they're seeing how there are parallel dimensions that reflect, and you can slide up and down them. They're starting to see this layered inner, outer self together, and the layers of these building blocks of reality. This is game changer for them because they're seeing that intention and foundation ripple out through all the dimensions. Alignment fosters abundance in all of these dimensions. A glad heart equals abundance, needs being met, blessings coming in, thriving. What can we see for the feminines? Anxiety here. I'm getting that something recently has kept you up at night. It may just simply be that you're not sleeping through the night, or you're not sleeping early enough. There's energetic movement happening here on the heart space feminines. I'm hearing continue to utilize good sleep hygiene. And this is a card of anxiety. So really practice self-care and self-love right now. I'm hearing that if your circumstances are causing you anxiety and you can do something about it, make the changes now that you know you need to make. Stop fighting that. But if you're also, there's another message for those who are faced with adversity that aren't really this stressed, but you feel like you should be feigning this level of disintegration. Really be grateful for how far you've come. Really see that you're rising to the challenge with adversity and you don't disintegrate into this anymore. This can also be a response to change and the winds of change in the ethers. So if you don't have anything to be anxious about, don't go there, feminines. What can we see for the heart space? How are the masculines consciously thinking of their feminine on the heart? That there's no one better. 3 of Cups in the inverse is narrowing it down to 2 cups, 1 each, and the exchange of true soul connection. So if there were other options, other potential lovers, partners on either side, it's very clear that there's nobody else that's going to be a better match on the heart of hearts. The masculines have had their final confirmation, I just heard, that there is nobody like their divine feminine. How is this showing up in the physical? They're eliminating the competition. They're literally dropping the belief that you, feminine, could ever partner with somebody better for you than them. They're dropping the belief that they could ever find someone that would actually love them as much as you actually love them. They're starting to see that your love is angelic, it's rare, it's not to be taken for granted. Everything else is paling by comparison. Oh, we got 2 energetic cards. We got union, clarity, knowledge, channeling, and unification. So they're getting this on higher guidance. They're seeing the contrasts. The feminines are being illuminated to the masculines as the perfect match. This is seal of clairsentience, which is also the knowing on the crown chakra from the divine. This is a card of channeling and clarity. This period of time between eclipses, the masculines are stepping into channeled wisdom, channeling with clarity of mind, picking up on the highest guidance and bringing that through, living it, following it, even when friends, families, other people think that it's not necessarily their most wise choice. They're doing what their hearts are telling them, what the divine is telling them. And it is spinning this wheel of fortune. They are finding a way through that is atypical, and it's bringing fortune. Artistry, expression, community, and celebration. So this unity consciousness is stationing the masculines in more of an affluent position, more of a community corner post, cornerstone position. Because they are speaking from a place of authority and wisdom, clarity, righteousness. They're going to be surrounded by more community. They're going to be drawn, I'm hearing socializing. They're going to be drawn into more social settings. That doesn't mean it's a lot of people, but coming out of hermit mode. What do the feminines need to know about this? So this is on the heart space, and I've channeled it for years that the masculines need to know themselves well enough to overcome their karma and then understand the solutions that they can share with others. And then and only then can they monogamously partner with their divine feminine, because that's the only time that they know themselves well enough to understand what a perfect match their feminine is for them. I just heard when pigs fly. This is when you least suspect it. The masculines coming in, showing up on the horizon. Keep an open mind, feminines, because your masculines are getting to this place of recognition where there is no shadow of a doubt. What can we see for the desires they want to manifest here? Judgment, revelation. They want to see. They want to know now. They don't want to shirk. They don't want to run. They want to see the truth. They want to see what the divine wants for them revealed. They're thirsty for this higher understanding of what the righteous path, the right way to do things is. They want to co-create abundance. They do not want to, I just heard they don't want to be superstitious or scared to manifest, because they've manifested things through ego that have fallen short, that have not worked out, and they want to get it right. So they're seeking higher understanding. How is this coming across in the physical? Four of Pentacles. It looks as though they're staying put and hanging tight. So I know that sounds like a contrast with the Chariot and the movement, but to those who don't know, they won't notice what your counterpart is up to. It's like under the radar. It's the splitting off of two worlds. So those who are not able to empathize or be compassionately objective about others won't notice a thing. Yes, some will. But masculines are, I heard, hunkering down in some way. There's a snake here that's recoiled. So it's preparation. It's like waiting till they see exactly what they need to know, and then poised and ready to go forward. So this is as far as manifestations go. So they do not want to manifest half-assed anymore. They want to wait until they know. They want to wait until they know not only what decision they want to make, but until they get that channeled understanding of how that decision can roll out. They've gained confidence in navigating energetically guided, intuitively guided, that channeled way of being here. They're gaining a positive track record with doing so. They're trusting their hunches more than hunches. I just heard. Just saw 2333. Yeah, so they're waiting till what might seem the last minute, or they're poised and ready for things ahead of what others would recognize. There's something about bracing themselves and being stable when they make decisions, but others may not necessarily understand the stability that is their foundation that allows them to make these unconventional moves. Those who have eyes to see will see. Their divine feminine will. What is the energetic card? Chamber of Incantation. Ceremony, invocation, spellcraft, summoning. So they are setting intentions, maybe writing manifestation lists, figuring out what higher guidance would have them do in these Three of Swords tricky situation, decision making. So they're coming up with solutions. They're figuring it out. I'm getting manifestation lists, vision boards, prayer, speaking prayers out loud, downloading what they need to do and then declaring it out loud to themselves, to the divine, possibly to others, but I'm not getting that it's in most cases not shared with others. What do the feminines need to know? There are lots of necessary endings to make way for the new beginnings coming in for everyone across the board. We're still in the midst of this massive transformation. The release, the complete release of the old lives into the new. Oh, this is so beautiful because, you know, there are people of every generation that go through this process of ascension. It's just so interesting that we can connect over the internet at this time and actually connect with others that are doing that and fuel that fire together. It's so exciting. What can we see for the actions the masculines are consciously taking at this time? 10 of Pentacles. They're investing long-term in their future. They're no longer short-sighted. They've switched to eternal love, eternal energy. They're transcending the material realm. They're no longer looking for short-sighted, short-term gratification. They're asking themselves, will I feel good about this tomorrow? Before they do things. What is the outward show of this? 3 of Cups, they're making decisions. So we had that already. Same position on the inverse. So they are declining other love offers. So feminines, don't be upset if your masculine, you know, might be in situations where others could be making advances. They're not saying yes to those. What can we see energetically here? Seal of evolutionary colors, progressive awareness, multi-directional change. Yeah, so they're changing to the long term. They are changing to focus on the feminine. What can we see for the feminine? Keep doing the inner work, keep doing you, keep specializing, keep focusing on what you're being guided to channel through, and expertise, I heard, your expertise, your flow. What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? This transformation, dying to the old selves and rising again and reinventing themselves on a higher level. What can we see for outwardly lovers? They're choosing the higher love. They're choosing to walk this path of mastery by aligning with this higher knowing, the higher guidance. Dimensional planes of perception number 7. Path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustments. So multi-directional change and path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustment. So they're no longer going on worldly, materialistic drivers. They're now desiring to understand the big picture, the long-term, energetically resonating success path. What can we see for the feminines? Ace of Cups. Stay with the unconditional love. Let it play out. Let it deepen. Let it evolve. Which one are we at? Yes, the solution to this challenge of dying to the old self. Hermit. So the solution, masculines, is to keep your sights focused on this higher destined path. Making each decision based in the name of love, the higher love, sitting well with your heart, and carefully focused on Is this something that you would do if you were in your highest timeline? Does it resonate with where you feel you want to go or are going in your life? If it doesn't, if it's a filler, if it's a detour, if it's a distraction, if it's lower vibe, it's not happening. What is the outward? Eight of Swords. Okay, so this hermit mode that the masculines are being invited to go into as they release things, for some people it's going to look like indecision, or that the masculines are stagnating or being in, I'm hearing catatonic or reduced state, but it's because they're withdrawing their energy from things that are not coming forward with them. And those things, I heard writhing. Some of those things are going into superiority mode and judging the masculines actually as being inept, as being weak, as being indecisive, because they're starting to hum and haw when certain energies are trying to get them to stay in codependency or to hook into karmic contracts or to fuel agendas. They can't manipulate the masculines, and so they're starting to view the masculines as disintegrated or somehow less than, trapped. What is the energetic card? Standstill, suspended animation, holding space, the Hermit. So some of the direction that the masculines are about to go in will be under the radar for certain individuals, but they're planning it in hermit mode right now. There is this suspended animation, and many of the people who have agendas or are frustrated with the masculines, who are attached in whatever way, there's this extended pause while the masculines discover what the direction is they're suddenly going to go in. It's going to be like night and day, I just heard. And this is when they will pop back up in your reality, feminines. Page of Pentacles. In the inverse, stay in the present moment. Don't think too much about the future. Don't hang on and lament about the past. Every single moment of every day has exactly what is needed for your journey. Be open, be curious, be wise, be righteous, be present with whatever is showing up, and trust. What is the direction in the near future? The moon. The masculines are shrouded in secrecy, and they know that there are things on your side of the energy that you're not talking about, and they're not asking either. This is a safety in the not knowing. I'm getting that this is a little bit like a bat signal. So if one or the other needs the other one, it's easy to connect. But right now there is some grand mystery playing out. What is the outward look of this? Oh goodness, we get the moon in the inverse. It's a yin yang. So just like I said, the two are connected so deeply. And moving subconsciously or under the radar in unison, yin yang. One moon in the upright, one in the inverse. So there's a tandem motion right now in these connections that's so subliminal between the two. This is energetic merging, moving like birds and schools of fish, because it's a frequency match, it's energetic alignment. There doesn't need to be lengthy communication. What can we see for the energetics? Discernment, discipline, and order. So each person is coming into their own masterful way of making decisions, making sense of the things that are going on, balancing things out, but it's bringing a grander order organically in without even having to talk about it. What can we see for the feminines? King of Pentacles. That's the hubby card. I saw the Queen of Pentacles on the pre-shuffle. This is bringing in commitment, warranted, justified commitment, and finances. A good path forward. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, everybody. Many blessings. Bye for now.